Okay, welcome back to another episode of Keeping Up with the Antonios. This is episode 3 today, and I'll be putting the firing questions on to Epps today about our recent purchase of a basketball system that is currently out the front. Now, I just want to recap on episode 2. So, Epps, I've got a little bit of a rebuttal to throw back at you. You threw me under the bus about...
Can I rebuttal?
No, you can.
No, you can't.
So you threw me under the bus about my compulsive buying on a number of different things. Obviously, I'll take full ownership of the weighted vest, okay, for the gym, but I did need that.
You haven't even used it yet.
Yep, it's been a day. And I just wanted to rebut because the basketball system was actually your idea, was it not?
Yeah, but then I did say, it's probably not necessary because we probably need to save the money for, we don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of months. So I did say, true on true, we probably shouldn't get it.
Yeah, but were you the first one to say we need a basketball system?
I didn't say we need it.
We should get one?
No, I said we should probably look into it, but then I thought...
This is an ongoing issue that we'll sort off camera. But anyway, moving on. So, I did want to make mention of that because that kind of throws me on to the next kind of point I wanted to make before we start talking about the actual basketball system. Now, I believe that in our relationship, you're a bit of a tight ass. Would that be correct? I'd say that is a yes. And I'm kind of the one in the relationship that likes to treat us sometimes to fun things. Would you agree?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to make sure that got caught on camera, that you are the tight ass and I am the one that buys stuff. So now moving on. Now, let's talk through the installation of the basketball system, okay? So first of all, we got the box delivered. Thank you so much too to the guys at Gym Kid and Alistair up there. Now, when you saw the box, we'd obviously got some advice from friends that it would take about 2 hours. Yeah?
That was what was recommended.
Now, look down the barrel and tell everyone out there how long it took us to put it together.
Well, probably close to 5 hours. Due to...
Now,
you're not reading the instructions correctly.
So, again, just to give you guys a bit of some context. Now, in our relationship, you would be the person that's hands-on, likes to get the tools going, pretty handy around the house, yeah?
Correct.
And for me, I am the one that reads the instructions. I'm pretty observant of things, and I like to follow step by step.
Not very observant on this.
So, we got the basketball ring. I think the book of instructions was about 30 to 40 pages. It was ridiculous. Anyway, stage 1, or do you want to speak through what happened? So stage 1, we got everything out. There was 1,001 pieces. I got, obviously, the instruction book. You had the tool belt on. And what happened next?
To be honest, I'm absolutely done with the whole basketball. So maybe it's better off you explaining.
Okay, so stage 1, put pole A into pole B.
Line it up what?
Line it up. So
the
there's a hole
or the dimple?
There was a hole and then there was a little line in one of the other poles. Ebony asked me about 4 times, is that correct? And I said, yes. Do you want to read the instructions? She said, no. Start smashing in the pole together. About halfway through, I said, oh, hang on a minute. I think I've made a mistake. So I will take full ownership. I did make a mistake and it was meant to be in line with the dimple, not the open hole. So that probably started argument number 1, which we do have footage of. We did a time lapse of the 5-hour ordeal. So we will throw to some footage now to show you through just a bit of the time lapse. Lucky it is in time lapse because Ebony, how many tanties did you throw?
Well, a few, because I asked you 4 times, like you said, is this correct before I go smash in the pole? And once you smashed in the pole, that was it. There was no getting the poles apart.
All right, let's just throw to some footage and let's see if you can pick up where we had a few of our arguments and then we'll come back. Okay, so we've just seen some footage, a bit of a time lapse of us putting the basketball system together. You can probably see as the footage goes on, it gets a bit darker. By the time we'd finished, it was about 6:30, so it was getting quite dark. But we did finish it, which is a plus. Now, how many times, Epps, did you want to throw the towel in and give up on putting it together?
Well, because the pole went in wrong.
Yeah, we know I made a mistake.
Yeah,
that's
but then the whole thing didn't line up, so then I had to go drill 6 new holes. Just so it would line up, and still to the day, the basketball ring is now up, but the backboard, if you look at the backboard and the ring, it's off centre to the actual pole. So it's really frustrating that we've gone and bought a $600 basketball ring and
it's $500.
It doesn't even look straight. So
it does. For me, for any ordinary person walking past, they would not even know. I reckon it's on a slight angle, but you just wouldn't know. And I don't think you can use that as an excuse. That again.
Well, hold up. I've got a photo. Look at this photo. Comment below whether or not you can tell that it's on the piss.
Okay, so comment below. Again, you won't be able to notice. Anyway, moving on. I don't think that you can use that as an excuse for what I'm about to speak about. So now you used to be a pretty big deal in the basketball scene. WNBL championships with Bendigo Spirit.
I definitely wasn't a big deal.
Hang on a minute. Played for West Coast Waves. You always show me, you always get out your trophies, your medals, your highlight reels of when you were really good. Now,
that is
only a few days ago, we had our first one-on-one game. Now, how confident were you going into that game that you were going to wipe me off the floor?
Well, I wasn't confident, actually, to be honest, now that I am on we're filming. I let you win.
All right, funny you say that, because what actually happened, and again, I was smart enough to film this, what actually happened in the game. So talk us through the game and then we'll throw to some footage.
Well, I think it was 4-4 at one stage. Was it?
Yeah, so you sank the first 3, and I'm not going to lie, I was shaking my boots a little bit, thinking that I was going to be a pants down moment, that you're going to get me 5-zip. But anyway, 3-0, and then I came back.
Yeah, you came back, which I probably let you come back a little bit. So I'll give her a bit of a sniff, make her a bit, excited that she was almost there. And then it came to 4-4.
Now 4-4, that's where I want to stop it here. Now we've got some footage here, live footage from our game. I'm going to show you, and then you're going to talk it through. What the hell were you thinking? 4-4, you need 1 shot to win. What were you thinking shooting, making this final shot?
All right, well, as you can see, I got the ball, put my, turn my back to you, being a bit smart-ass, and then I decided, oh, well, what's the worst that can happen? She'll probably miss the next shot anyway. So I just toss it over my head, and my argument goes back to the actual instructions of the pole. If the basketball ring was on straight, it would have gone in. But because it's on the slight piss, the ball misses completely.
Now, you obviously haven't watched the footage correctly, because it is an air ball. It goes nowhere near the net.
I said misses completely.
Nowhere near the ring. So it's got nothing to do with the construction of the basketball system.
Yeah, because if it was straight, it would have missed. But because I knew where I was throwing it.
Just suck it up. You lost. Now, scores are still 4-4. I get the ball because obviously Ebony has missed. Now, what was going through your head thinking? I remember turning to you saying, oh, might as well just go from here and sink it.
Yeah.
And what did you say to me?
I said, go on then. I'll let her have it.
Now, have a look at what exactly happened in that final shot that I made that set me 1-0 up in the tournament at the Antonios. Have a watch. Okay, so there it is. So 1-0 to me. Now, I was pretty pumped. I even wore my own uniform. I was Jordan, number 23. I was up and about for a couple of days. Now, yesterday we went back out there and had game 2. Now, you needed to redeem yourself, because if I had won that, it would have been 2-0, and it's a long way from there to crawl that back. Now, all the pressure was on you. You were off to a rocky bit of a start, but tell the audience what happened.
Well, just had to pull out the big guns, and yep, it's now 1-1. So she's a bit nervous to play the third game and continuing, she told me the other day. But look, I'm back on the board. It's 1-1, and yeah, yesterday was a bit of a pantsing, to be honest.
All right, it was 3-5, 3-5.
I had a last shot to win the game, step back 3, swish, you beauty.
So you're obviously feeling pretty cocky by the sounds of it post your win. When will we hit the court for game 3?
Yeah, I need a couple of days rest.
Yeah, she's a bit sore in the old calves.
Bit
sore. Old age.
So yeah, I reckon every second day we might have a game.
All right.
Depending on the weather.
So we'll give you updates on our upcoming episodes, but currently 1-1 in the Antonio house. So pretty happy household at the moment. Let's see who can hit the front in game 3. Now, just finally, I just want to throw it to you. Have you got any words of advice for anyone out there that is interested or thinking about buying a basketball system?
Yes, I've got some great advice. If you're looking at buying a basketball hoop, which they're great fun, gets you out of the house, any parents that are watching that have kids, highly recommend it. But highly recommend, if you don't have a handy person in the house, whether it be your wife or your husband, pay someone to put it together. Because I swear to God, we almost broke up. It was almost divorce, and yeah, I almost had enough of Cara, to be honest. And look, there's 6 new holes in it that shouldn't even be in there, and yeah,
it works,
just pay the extra $150 or whatever it is for someone to install it, and happy days.
I'm more than happy to, volunteer my time to read the instructions. Now I know what not to do and how to put it together, so I'm more than happy to come out and help. But yeah, I would completely agree. I would pay someone to come and do it, because it will save your marriage. It'll save arguments, and it'll also save you time and energy. So definitely great advice, Epps. Now, I suppose that's it. Unless I won't give you any opportunity to rebut. You're on for the next episode, which is where I throw to now. The next episode, we're gonna it's gonna be a bit of a fun one. We're gonna introduce you to our little family of fur now. And I think the other discussion up for grabs, which Ebony continues to press, is the discussion or further debate on whether or not we should get another dog. Okay, so we will be having that discussion in episode 4. So stay tuned. Again, feel free to comment below your thoughts and your feedback, and any other topics that you want us to cover. But in saying that, that is it from us on another episode on Keeping Up with the Antonios. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.